Hello students, myself Indu Yadav from Samrat Prithviraj Chauhan Government College Ajmer. Today I will start with the topic on animal behavior. This is paper 18 of your syllabus and I will be covering the topic from unit 2, point 3. In point 3, there is animal communication by various methods like auditory, visual, tactile, and chemical. So, today I will be taking the topic animal communication through chemicals. And this topic is pheromones. As you very well know, that the chemical communication is through pheromones, and I will take in detail what are these pheromones and how do they work. So let's begin. Here previously I will tell you about the topics which I am going to cover in this head, pheromones. We are going to do introduction, then the effects of pheromones. In this will come the releaser effect and the primer effect. Then we are going to do the glands producing pheromones, the structures which are sensitive to pheromones. The fifth topic will be pheromones as sex attractants. Then we are going to do the pheromones of social insects. And finally, the scent marking in vertebrates. So, all these topics I am going to cover. Now, before I proceed with the topic, you have to know the references, like from which all books and literature you can procure the information about the pheromones. So, in the references, there are books like The Insect Structure and Function by Chapman, General Endocrinology by Turner, Animal Navigation by Carthy, Pest Control by Doubt, Mechanisms of Animal Behavior by Mahler and Hamilton, Scientific America. In this journal, you can go through the Readings in Life Sciences, volume 4, on page 1381. And then again, you can see for another volume of Scientific America, published in 1964, and it is volume 211, number 2. And Insect Attractants, Jacobson Beroza, page 20. So, let's begin with the introduction. In introduction, I will bring you in the environment of pheromones. As you know, communication or transfer of information among animals is essential for their survival. Communication is a general term for signals exchanged between animals. Many animals have been studied for the unique and remarkable ways of communication. Heidegger in 1944 first reported the significance of odor in communication. This specialized communication includes smell or scent and pheromones. There is subtle difference between smell and pheromones. By definition, pheromone is a chemical secreted by an animal that influences the behavior of other animals of the same species. Now, when we've come to the word species, let me make it more clear. When chemicals are used for communication among conspecifics, individuals of the same species, they are called pheromones. If they are used to communicate with the member of other species, which is rare, they are designated as chiromones. If only the sender is benefited, they are called allomones. So these are a few terminology which may be helpful for you in the further reading. In 18th century, a French biologist, Bonnet, discovered the trails of ants. Bonnet placed a colony of ants at the end of a table and at the other end placed a small pile of sugar. He then watched ants coming across the table to the pile, picking up sugar and coming back with it. The ants ran to and fro along a definite track. None of them deviated from it. Bonnet wondered why ants kept to such a definite path. He rubbed his finger across the path in front of an ant running towards the food. Ant stopped and searched about when it reached the rubbed place, waving its antennae in the air at one moment and tapping the ground around itself. There was a gradual crowding of ants on both sides of the line, some coming from the nest and some from the food, until a few adventurous ants ran on to the place where Bonnet had dropped. Ants from sides met, recognized each other, and continued their journey once again. Bonnet was then sure that it was actually a trail of chemicals which the ants could sense. Another observation was made by Jean-Henri Fabre, a French naturalist in 19th century who had an endless curiosity into the lives and habits of insects. Fabre placed a female moth in a cage near a window. To his surprise, within 15 hours, about 60 males of the same species came out of the woods and collected around the cage, which was containing the female. Fabre began a series of experiments to try and discover what had attracted the males. When he placed the female in a tightly closed transparent container where female could be seen, no male appeared. On the other hand, an open container recently occupied by the female was strongly attractive to the males. His experiment indicated that the female attracted males by odor. Fabre further observed that these male moths have odor sensitive organs located in their antennae and that they can detect the female scent in fantastically small amounts. Earlier, these chemicals were referred to as ectohormones, but since 1959 they were known as pheromones. And short form is capital P and small h. Unlike true hormones, which are secreted internally by ductless glands and regulate the organism's own physiology, pheromones are produced by ectodermal glands and are secreted externally to regulate behavior. Pheromones have been defined in various ways. Pheromone is a substance secreted by an animal that influences the behavior of other animals of the same species. Number 2, substance that are secreted by an animal to the outside and cause a specific reaction in a receiving individual of the same species in which they release a specific reaction. The term pheromone was originally applied to sex attractants of insects, but with the accumulation of information, the term has been broadened to include various kinds of chemicals released into the environment and functioning in all major groups of animals. In social insects, they are used in communication between workers and in the maintenance of colony structure. In chordates, these chemicals play an important role in territorial behavior. Now, here you can see a diagram in which there are some cockroaches placed in the jar, and the substance released by them is collected through condensation into a flask, which is kept in the dry ice. The steady progress in the discovery of insect attraction is continuing. Robert T. Yamamoto identified the sex attraction of American cockroach, Periplaneta americana. It has been isolated from a vapor emitted by female cockroach. The scientists passed a stream of air through large cans containing thousands of male cockroaches for a period of 8 months, trapping the vapor by freezing it with dry ice. From the condensate, he obtained 12.2 milligram of the pure attractant. It turned out to be a volatile yellow substance with a strong floral odor. Male cockroaches responded to the odor with intense excitement. Similarly, a team of scientists at the Institute of Chemistry in Munich isolated the sex attractant of the female silk moth. They extracted the abdomens of 5 million females to obtain a tiny amount, that is 12 milligram, of the pure bombicol. Till now, many attractants have been isolated, a few of which are following. Number 1 is bombicol. It is a sex attractant in silk moths. Number 2 is Gephyr, which is the pheromone of gypsy moth. And third is Civeton of civet. Fourth, Muscon of musk deer. Fifth, honeybee queen substance. Sixth, 2,2-dimethyl-3,3 isopropylidine and cyclopropyl propionate. This is in cockroach. So this was a kind of introduction to the topic pheromones. It is enough for now, and in the next topic I will take effects of pheromones. So till then, thank you, and be present in the second lecture of pheromones.